He's supposed to get Michigan over the hump. And Michigan has gotten worse. Has yet to beat Ohio State. You got to beat Ohio State. You got to beat them at least once. You'd like to go, split, go 500. He's 0-5 against Ohio State, 1-4 in bowl games, and he's 2-4 this year. And he lost some really bad games. Skip, his style wears on you. And I don't know if people know this, Skip. This 4 years at Michigan is the longest tenure of Jim Harbaugh's career. And then he stopped. San Diego, Stanford, San Francisco.
Yeah. 4
years. His style grinds you down. It's so fun. A lot of like you said about Coach Gruden. It's a big spark. It's a aura around it, and there's just like it just wears you down. I wouldn't hire him on my team because I already know people that's been around him and watch his style. Nah, I'm good. You can't get Michigan over the hump. You can't get my guys over the hump.
Yeah, that style ground those 49ers all the way to 3 straight NFC championship games and 1 Super Bowl that they probably should have won thanks to what was a non-call on Michael Crabtree in the end zone at the end of the game against Baltimore. They lost 34-31.
Yes.
Much of that thanks to Colin Kaepernick because Jim Harbaugh had the guts to change horses, so to speak, in midstream, and he put check down Alex on the bench, as in Alex Smith, the first overall pick in the draft, and a second-round pick from, where was he, Reno?
Nevada.
Nevada, Reno. Yeah, here came Colin Kaepernick. He said, that kid is my guy. I can go places with that kid. And he had the guts and the vision to elevate Colin into the starting lineup, and they took off all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
So I give him credit for at least helping put Colin Kaepernick on the map.
I give him credit for that, Skip.
Okay, thank you. So he was sensational at San Diego, sensational at Stanford, and then all-time sensational, 3 straight NFC championship games, and having to battle with the Legion of Boom at its peak in Seattle, right? At Michigan, his problem has been recruiting a quarterback. He just hasn't had one, right?
Yeah.
So I thought this year, start of the year, I know Jenny agreed, we thought Joe Milton might be something. He might be pretty good, and he's not that great. He's 4 touchdowns to 4 interceptions and has lost his job and regained it and lost it, and they got Cade McNamara, and they're going back and forth. They don't have that quarterback. You got to have Justin Fields. Do you have a Justin Fields?
But, Skip, if you look at them, with the exception of quarterbacks, they get a lot of force denied. They don't get the level of 4-star recruits, let's say Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson. But they're probably top 7 as far as 4-star recruits. 4 and 5-star. Have they developed any of them? When the last time they had a first-round draft pick?
They had.
That wasn't Brady Hoax. His.
What's his name? Gary.
With the Packers.
Yep.
Come on, Skip. Look at St. Nick. Even Dabo.
Well, look at Ohio State. You want to talk about an NFL pipeline.
Okay.
Can those receivers run or not? Did you see Terry McLaurin? He can fly.
But you know, we receive with you.
Yep.
You see what Alabama got? That Devontae
Killen should be in the Heisman race. Seriously.
He'll be.
Okay, I got it. So he's up against all the above, and he has not been able to overcome it. Would I have him coach my NFL team? You better believe I would, because even if it's 3 years or bust, I'll take those 3 years.
And you think about it. You had the nerve to say you would have old khaki pants over Coach Saban, over St. Nick. You was willing to take khaki pants over St. Nick. You should not apologize.
I love it. As an overall head coach, we were talking about body of work as a head coach. Did you see, or happen? It only lasts about 15 minutes. Did you see Coach Saban at Miami and call pro football?
Why? Because they failed Drew Brees on a physical. You said you got to have a quarterback. That's what you told me. You just said if Jim Harbaugh had a quarterback, he'd be good at Michigan.
You want to talk about a flame out in pro football? Coach Saban had the all-time flame out. So you can't, if you go body of work, pro in college, I'll take Jim Harbaugh over Coach Saban.
I'm taking Coach Saban because I'm going to take those 6 national titles. 6 of them.
Oh, boy, look at this.
6 of them. Okay. That's got to be worth at least 2 NFL titles, right?
Is that going to outweigh the flame out in pro football?
Yes. Skip, the man's won everywhere. He won a national title at LSU. Left those players. Les Miles won a title with his players. Go to the NFL. Alabama was downtrodden. Nobody was talking about it. And the worst year he's ever had at Alabama, he lost 3 games. Let that sink in for just a second. The man's been there for over a decade.
Okay, I got it. Pro football, not so much. Jim Harbaugh in pro football, wow.
Skip.
Hey, do I wish Jerry Jones had hired Jim Harbaugh instead of the guy we got now?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
You talking about we got us a made man.
Harbaugh should have a Super Bowl.
You might have been at Jerry's house drinking with him that night. Oh, they was just they stayed up late. They was swapping stories. He was telling Jerry how I watched every last one of the games and all that.
Yep.
And now you want the man gone.
If I had this guy, I would take him in a heartbeat. Look at what he did. Who goes into a place and suddenly goes to 3 straight NFC championship
But I
games?
tell you what he did do. He did spend a lot of those Michigan boosters' money taking the kids. The kids got a chance to see the Vatican.
They did.
Got a chance to go places they never go. But
Yep.
you know where they haven't been? To Indy, where Jenny gonna go in a couple of weeks, to the Big Ten championship. Now you can spend all that money. Skip, if I'm not mistaken, the Big Ten will pay for you to go to the conference championship.
Well, all I know is Shannon Sharp says I'm good when it comes to pro football, and according to this report, 5 NFL teams are interested in Jim Harbaugh, and Dallas should be one of them.
But hold on. Dallas just hired a head coach
Well, I'm
last
just
year.
shaky. I haven't seen enough between him and the new coordinator on defense. I don't know.
You're already ready to move on?
Oh,
Yeah.
but
Well, if I had
that.
Jim Harbaugh,
It's
if I had
that
a
quick?
choice, I'd take Jim Harbaugh in a heartbeat.
I thought the season started
Heartbeat.
today for the Cowboys,
what he
though.
did.
You
Yeah, the season started today, right?
We're going to win in
Starts
spite
today.
of
It
him.
starts tonight, actually, after this one. Moving
in spite
on.
of.
I'm going to move on from this. I am looking forward to that game this weekend.
Yep.
But, guys, did a stud wide receiver just take a shot at his QB on Twitter? We've got the
A
details
Bronco.
next.
He did that.
Looking forward to it, but this game looks like really it's a must-win for Zeke and company after shocking wins by New York and Washington the past 2 days. The Cowboys are currently 3-8, the worst record in the NFC, and a loss tonight would drop them a full 2 games behind both their division rivals with 4 games to play. However, going on a run won't be easy, as All-Pro offensive lineman Zach Martin just went on IR for at least the next 3 weeks, and